I just motherfucking left the goddamn car dealership, okay? Because I just got, well, no, not I just got. Some time ago, about a month or two ago, maybe 3 months, I don't know. But some time ago, I got a month. Okay, let's calm down. I got a letter from General Motors, okay? In case nobody knew, I drive a Chevrolet. Okay? And the company that owns the Chevrolets is General Motors, okay? I got a message from General Motors basically saying that, like, hey, your car probably is gonna start having some fucking issues, okay? Or between now and the next 150,000 miles you drive, you know, it's gonna be some issues, okay? And the motherfucking issues will basically be your car and your engine light gonna cut on, and it's gonna say that your car has reduced engine power. And baby, let me tell you, it's not like motherfucking clockwork. As if they were like Apple sending out a fucking bug issue on their phones in order to encourage you to get the new iPhone that came out. Yes, my car started having fucking issues. It was like it started having issues on its own. I went to my mama's house one day and she was like, hey, you got some mail. Open that bitch, and that's exactly what the problem was, okay? So, what I'ma do? I go up to the dealership. You know what I'm saying? Now, mind you, this dealership, the car that I have now, I did not get from them, okay? Because I felt like they was playing in my motherfucking face, and I had a coworker that was like, go to my car dealership. You know, they're Chevrolet as well. They're really great, good deals, all this stuff. So I did. But my two previous cars I bought from this very dealership that I still go to this day because it is close to my house, okay? Anyway, so I go up there, and I just feel like 1 + 1 = 2. 2 + 2 = 4. Now, imagine my surprise and my behoovle when I hand the man the paper to say, because now, mind you, I make the appointment, I'm like, hey, girl, you know, the little mail that was sent out, my car is having these issues. I need somebody to fix it. I need to come in. They said I gotta schedule an appointment because y'all might have particular parts that you might need to have and shit, and y'all might not have it, blah, 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 blah. Okay, cool. She don't know what I'm talking about, but whatever. If I don't know anything else, sometimes when you call a dealership and stuff like that, you be calling call centers, you don't be calling in. And if you calling in, you know, she work at the front desk, she don't work in the service department, whatever. So I say, fuck it, I go up in there. So I go up in there, and now she was like, yeah, just bring that letter you talking about. I was like, well, if I can find it. Because I was like, I don't even know if I got it. Like, okay, boom, boom, whatever. So I find the letter. Imagine my surprise, and thank God that I did. Because if I didn't find this letter, and, you know what I'm saying, they giving me the type of problems that they're giving me now, girl, up shit creek without a paddle would not even be the word. So, I went in at the top of April, like April 7th or whatever, I think the love paper say, or whatever, and he basically come back to me and was like, yeah, so, I ain't gonna be able to do nothing for you. I said, what you mean? What you mean? And he was like, because you have to have the code or whatever, the check engine light, all that shit basically got to be going on in your car for me to do anything, because it needs to pick up and read on my little thingamabob in order for me to do something about it. And I'm like, what do you mean? I didn't got an official letter from them at this point from the damn president. The president of GM reached out to me personally to tell me some shit is going on. I have the picture proof to believe it. Now, okay, let's have an ADHD moment and hop all the way back to my second car with them. I had a little Chevrolet Spark, and bro, I kid you not, there would be days and times where that bitch would just not start. It would literally just not motherfucking start, okay? And so, I brought it in, and they were like, oh, we don't know, it didn't do nothing, it started for us, everything went fine, you know, if you can get us some video proof, and da-da. So, me being proactive, remembering how shit went last time, I sat up here and was like, Okay, I'm gonna take pictures and I'm gonna, it's gonna be straight. Yeah, he like, yeah, that ain't doing nothing for me. It got a ring a ding ding on my little thing a lang lang. So, bring it back to me when it's doing that. I say, you know what? Because honestly, the already triggering is coming from the irritation of when I had my spark and like literally the car was just randomly not turn on. So I had to sit up there and like turn it multiple times just to try to get it to turn on. And you're telling me, oh, when I go to get you to fix it, you don't see nothing wrong. But when I try to get a new car, you're more than happy to take that car. Why, you ask? Because why would you want to sell a car that's having issues or whatever the case may be to another person? Oh, no. Because you can go back to GM because my car was still under warranty. You can go to GM and you can go to GM and get a new replacement car or whatever under warranty for the problem or get it fixed or whatever the case may be, but you still want to make a sale on this car, which is why y'all were willing, even though I was upside down on the car, y'all were technically willing to offset the car, and it basically like I wouldn't owe nothing. Again, because you knew my car was under warranty and you knew it was having a problem, so y'all was just gonna get y'all a new little spark or send it back to them to fucking, keep it or whatever. But yeah, so just the PTSD off that, and at this point, I'm just convinced that y'all making me feel like if I had y'all car for more than motherfucking 3 years, it's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be some problems with that. Y'all just act like y'all can't fix. And last time I checked, that's the problem, baby, because I don't go to people, I don't have my cars worked on. I've always had a new car. So like, something go wrong, baby, I plan to take it to y'all. Y'all supposed to fix the shit, okay? So anyway, he tells me, jump back forward into this little store. He tells me like, yeah, you got to bring it to me when it's doing it. I say, you know what, baby? I live down the street. Say less than a motherfucking thing, baby. You better be ready to make some shit shake once I bring this bitch back. Once I bring this bitch back and, it's saying what it need to say, let me tell you something. Y'all better jump into action, okay? So that it happens. It's happened a multitude of times, since, I'm not gonna say it's happened every day, but it's happened multiple times since, that day that I brought my car in the first time. Okay. So, but it will always be an inconvenient thing because I'm like, okay, I'm nowhere near the dealership and about to be nowhere near the dealership soon because I'm living a life. I ain't got too much of one, but I got a little bit of a one, okay? Or it would be a weekend, and I'm not about to bring that bitch to them on a Saturday or, Friday at, damn near 6 o'clock because, baby, they ain't going to be trying to hear nothing. They're going to be like, all we do on the weekend is change oil, baby. We don't know how to do nothing else on the weekend, okay? We all become instantly incoherent to doing anything on the weekend other than changing some oil. So today, boom, perfect opportunity. Now, I'm not ready to drop my car off today because, I still got things that I got to do and take care of because I don't have a big life, but, I got a little bit of a one. And, but he told me all he needed was it to ring lang lang on his thing. So I should be able to pull up, you know what I'm saying? You do your little insert, you get your little reading, and then we can, because the message say your dealership might have to, you might have to be prepared that they might have to order some parts and they might not have what you need on hand. So in my mind, you can go ahead and get your little reading and then sit up here and we can schedule a date for me to drop this bitch off. Cause thankfully a bitch is unemployed and I, so I technically don't have nowhere to be every day 8 to 5 and nothing like that. Okay? And anyway, that's my business. That's another story for another day. If you know me, you know what's up. So, I hop, skip, and I jump, and bring it to them today. And the guy who had my car or did the thing last time, he is not there today. So the night gentleman, he's like, you want to work with him or you? Guess what? I ain't got to. Because, baby, we didn't have the most pleasant interaction the last time I was there anyway. Okay? So he comes out and, he's not there. So he go get me another dude. Other dude, like, okay, let me go get the little thing. whatever. He comes back, he sticks it in, da-da-da-da. Now, first of all, he looking confused. I'm showing him the email, the little paper. I keep wanting to say email. Showing him the little paper. He don't know what's going on, whatever. So then he brings another dude over there that looked like he was probably my classmate back in the day, over there, and, my high school, go BHS, or whatever. And he like, so look, there's an airflow thing, that basically the outside air gotta get into your car. Hold the hell up. Flag on the plate. Let's stop work right now. What the hell is you? Because you know what I'm saying? At this point, I'm feeling irritated because I feel like you're doing what car dealerships do. You know what I'm saying? You come in for an oil change, they trying to change your air filter. Baby, that's not what I asked you for. That's not the problem I asked you to address. Because if I want to get my air filters changed, I go to Walmart and get that shit done for $10.99. You gonna want to charge me $45.99 for each filter, and then you want to charge me $100 for service. Boy, fuck you. So anyway, he like, we really don't know what's going on. But ultimately, it's an airflow thing, and I'm like, all right. I said, let me tell you something. I got this paper that told me this is what the problem gonna be. This is how it's gonna pull up on your car. This is how it's gonna register. And my car is pulling up on my car and it's registering. So why the fuck is we talking about airflows, okay? I get air in my car just fine. Matter of fact, let me turn it on right now because it's a little hot outside. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, why are we... Okay. So now I didn't call the attitude. I'm like, look. I'm going to tell you like I told him last. Because basically, y'all trying to get me, drop it off to us. We get a diagnostic. But, I said, how much is that? I said, and then it's the audacity of me to think the diagnostic is only $100. And it got the nerve to be $230. I said, look, I'm not finna sit up here and play with y'all. Y'all not finna sit up here and run no diagnostic to tell me some bullshit, basically. And I'm like, look. The man told me last time, when my car do this, bring it in to y'all. This paper say, when my car do this, bring it in to y'all. I'm bringing it to y'all, and y'all are telling me everything that I don't want to hear. So this man is trying to go around about explain to me how a diagnostic is, and a diagnostic that, and then here a diagnostic, and then there a diagnostic, and then here a child, look. Old McDonald had a farm. I don't give a fuck. So I am literally like, bro. So, and he's like, I hope you understand. I said, okay, I didn't really do that to him, but that's how I'm feeling. I'm like, and I'm looking at them like, are they stupid? And at one point, he really pissing me off, so I start grinning at him, like, just awesome, just real, like, okay, you keep playing with me. Y'all keep playing with me. You trying to explain shit that don't matter to me. I said, okay, you know what? Let's play y'all game. How much is an airflow pop? Oh, I can't tell you that. Why not? Well, because it's just not one part of an airflow problem. It could be this, and it could be this part of it. It could be the sensor. It could be... I don't give a fuck. Give me a range at this point. What's the least the airflow problem could be? What's the most the airflow problem could be? Like, y'all irritating me, because my thing is this. Depending on the numbers that you're giving me is depending on how easy I'm going to release this car. Because, again, I could probably come to y'all and the airflow problem be $45.99, $100 for service, and you going to make me pay $300 for the air. Where I can go to Walmart, they can get a Q-tip, stick it in a little air filter, and then all of a sudden it's cleared and everything is fine for $1145.99. Like, okay, yeah, that was really $1145. Anyway, that's beside the point. $1145. Okay? So I can't do that. So he looks and he's like, okay, I can see that you're getting frustrated. This is why I started smiling, because I'm like, yeah, been there. And then it gets to the point that the young dude or whatever, because he tried to chime in a time or two, but I think he just decided he was going to shut the fuck up, because if he ain't just leave it alone and let homeboy handle it, he was going to cuss me the fuck out, and that was going to make my day, because at this point, I could relieve some frustration by me and you having a little verbal combat, okay? So what irritates my soul further And then one of them points to the little thing, say, oh, it's talking about specialty coverage. Now, this sends me up a wall, and what pisses me off, because I didn't brought the motherfucking letter in, okay? If you don't know what's going on, if you're confused as to what the fuck I'm saying, last time I checked, this ain't a prank call, a prank email. This is an official GM paper, bitch. I don't know if you needed this CEO or General Motors to sign this bitch for, like, I don't know what you needed from me, or Rick Hendrick himself. Like, I don't know what the fuck you wanted from me. But ultimately, I brought you this paper, and if you don't already know what the fuck is going on, the least you can do is give me some audacity to read it. Because he says, oh yeah, this is the specialty charge, and it's gonna give you coverage up to 150,000. But see, this is about a turbocharger. See, an airflow ain't got nothing to do with a turbocharger. And my whole point to them is, this letter says there is a malfunction. The indicator lamp for your check engine light will come on, and it also says at the bottom of the first paragraph that it will say your engine power is reduced. So my thing is, I am getting official information telling me that something is going to say something, and the very thing that is on this paper has happened to a T. And you are coming over to me to basically say something about an air filter, or air something that has nothing to do with what this paper in my car is saying. I get it, yes. Could it be something else? But for me, more than likely it's fucking not. Because 1 + 1 = 2, and 2 + 2 = 4. Now, technically, if y'all was to go in there and y'all was to see some other shit that was wrong, like y'all was trying to preach to me this whole time, is, I could choose to fix it, or I could choose to not fix it. And then, because when this is my point, I said, you know what? Because again, y'all want me to play y'all game, clearly. Y'all want me to play y'all game because y'all acting like what the fuck I'm saying ain't valid. You're not even acknowledging this letter clearly, because he pointed something out to you, and then you're trying to just say, oh, turbocharge this, while not, acknowledging the fact that the things that is saying on this paper is happening in my car. So there's a lot that you're not acknowledging, and therefore you're not even giving it the time of day. So to me, it feels like you are trying to get a sale of a $230 diagnostic test, and I'm telling you, I ain't going. Honestly, I feel like this whole situation could have been easily avoided. Could have been easily avoided if you just would have acknowledged what I'm saying, acted like you wanted to have some motherfucking act right and tenacity to take care of it, and then if there was some problems, or at least bring up to me and say, hey, this might be the issue, and I'm seeing what your letter is saying, and your car is matching up with that, but just to let you know, on our diagnostic little thing, thing-a-lang-lang was ring-a-lang-langing is something else other than what you are telling us about. So while this may be an issue that might be fixed and is covered under warranty, there could be something else that is going on, and we just want to let you know that. Now, and because of that reason, then I feel like I can go. And I just left that bitch, and I'm like, I swear, I know when I leave up out of there, they just be like, oh, this is just a problem. I am a problem. And, I hate for that to be the situation in the case. But, bro, because let me say something. Part of me didn't feel bad for being rude, because he goes, I said, okay, since we're not going to talk about what I want to talk about. I didn't say that, but this is how I'm feeling. I said, okay, so we want to talk about airflow. Okay, so please tell me how airflow has to do with a check engine light and reduced air power. Let me know how, because if you're trying to tell me that those two things correlate, you know what I'm saying? If you're trying to tell me that there's going to be an even bigger problem, all right, that's cool. Tell me how they correlate. Well, I don't want to tell you how to build a car. Bitch, at this point, you need to tell me, baby, because we both confused. Let's talk about it, bitch. We can build this bitch together. Call me Bob the Builder. Baby, let me tell you something. Let's go through it, because you're missing my points. Because at the end of the day, and the moral of the motherfucking story, baby, I'm not paying y'all $230. It's not happening. We wouldn't even be in this bitch if I didn't get, okay, check in July, I would have got a check on. Like, that's my thing. If it was a check in July in general, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, that's a big deal, you know? The guys make fun of us for not knowing it, but yes, it's a big deal. So would I have had to bite the bullet and pay that $230? Unfortunately. But honestly, what I would have took my ass to do was go to motherfucking Pet Boys, let them register and tell me what the fuck is going on, and then make the decision as to whether I wanted to go to the dealership to fix it, my motherfucking local mechanic, or, like, you know what I'm saying, a nigga I know. Like, y'all, child, can't go woo, so I can't. But no, I don't have a situation where it's just my check in July that's coming on and this is a random motherfucking problem. I have a fucking paper telling me exactly what the fuck is going on. And y'all act like y'all don't want to sit up here and acknowledge that shit. And that shit is blowing me. So, if I came into work today and ruined your motherfucking day and you think that I'm motherfucking crazy, well, that makes two of us. I said, I will call y'all and you know, just get this schedule or whatever the case may be. Because at this point, right, I have no fucking choice. I have no fucking choice. More of the story, they pissed me off and I still gotta possibly pay $230. But yes, that was my rant for the day. Thank you so much for listening. Make sure you like this video, because do that to make my day better, because he's getting on my nerve. Make sure you comment. Are you a mechanic? Do you know what's going on? Do you work for General Motors? Okay, because I don't know if I said that. I probably did, but again, if you don't know what the fuck is going on, and I have an official letter from the company that y'all get y'all cars from, something tells me that you should read it. Figure it the fuck out and let me know that you're going to take care of it. Because guess what? I think that's called customer service. And I've had enough years of that to do it. Look at Target over there just being unshot by the black people. Anyway, but yeah, comments. And make sure you subscribe, because I gotta pay $230 for these people to pay my face. Well, we don't know that I have to pay that. Fingers crossed that I don't have to pay that. So, you know, if I have to pay it, make sure you subscribe and watch my videos. If I don't have to pay it, still subscribe and watch my videos. But I'll just, you know, go ahead and get me a 40-inch bust down with the money. Okay, $230 not gonna really give me a 40-inch bust down. Okay, I'll give me a little curly one too. Period. I'll put some stuff on that way. I go to Shein and run it up. Something, okay? But again, thanks for being my A1 since day one, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Bye.